1, 2, 3, 4.
Fills us all with an everlasting love that manifests in amazing ways. But how can we be reborn when we fossilize the form?
What's the meaning of Blue Child? To me, it's a concept. To me, we're all blue children of this little blue planet in the middle of the vast cosmos. And I write to remind people of this because with this understanding comes a sense of unity and togetherness. That's an intrinsic concept we must realise if we want to really move forward at this point in evolution as a human race. When we open our eyes to a collective existence as opposed to a mentality centred around segregation and individuality, we open ourselves to an entirely new way of being where our core values and beliefs are radically and inevitably challenged through the process of learning and growing. Through this transition, the world we're a part of grows, along with our sense of belonging and respect for all we coexist with.
Whoa, whoa.
Music speaks across the languages. I put that message across, letting my soul do the thing. I haven't ever thought of it as being a purpose. It's something that I was, I suppose, given. It was in my family when I was young, and my mother played piano, and so I connected with music and singing along to it there. I'll hold you in my arms.
That's my
yeah.
And you're going,
When I hold you in my arms. So when I hold you in my arms.
Got ya. Alright, go again. Lindsay, try it not too higher. I know it's a stretch.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
As a fish.
What's the normally one I go? Whoa!
Yeah, there it is.
Whoa! Yeah, my throat still feels too tight.
The fuck is tight, man. I'd have to belt that.
When I was doing a few singing lessons,
Yeah.
it was actually I could get up there,
Yeah.
but
This
since I've been really
location.
lazy and not singing,
We've got some honey here if you want it.
yeah, maybe I want some honey. When I hold you in my arms, it brings out all of your hidden charm. I know that when I play my best music, the brain isn't interfering. It's coming straight from inside, and if I've got my fingers working and all the exercises done, then I get to bring forth emotional things, and I try and paint pictures. Sometimes when I'm playing, I try and think, and I wanted a certain emotional or a certain feeling in a song, I'll go to an emotional experience I had. So I think as I've gotten older, my music has developed and what comes forward is a reflection of my experiences in life. One doesn't develop without the other for me. You know, I could play music lots and lots and lots, but without some kind of other experiences and growth, the music kind of stops a little bit and becomes an exercise rather than an expression. It's really just that connection between my subconscious self and going out to the real world.
Looking back at it, it's probably my granddad, and being a little grammar would always go to his house. He used to teach us sort of like little rhythms on a bin flipped over. Just tiny things like that when I was younger. I think year 8 in high school. Started learning straight away. Rocked it so hard. Ran home from school, chucked my bag on the floor, go play drums, and it's just sort of been something I've done for fun. It's never really been serious. My band went to my high school too, and so many of my friends played music, and as I got older, I got a little better at drums. We started just playing together and just fell in love with it.
In some ways the scenery and stuff like that was better than real life. It was just like out of magazines, the old buildings and the village people. I think it's the hospitality of the people here, Chris and Scarlett, and everybody, their enthusiasm to make music possible for us.
I think in a huge way, Corsica contributed to the birth of Blue Child.
In the mountains, in a lovely forest. Lindsay's making lots of noise, chopping trees down, and we're going to make a huge fire and burn the whole of Corsica down. We came out to have a look at the stars tonight and make a few wishes, make some music.
Last year I spent a week here, and it was key in my development as a musician and a person. You keep putting yourself out there, life will throw things at you. It's just impossible to really grasp the concept or scope of what can come of a situation.
I get this message from Whitey saying, "Do you want to start a band with me?" The first thing he said, "We'll go to Europe and we'll play some music together." I was like, do I want to play music and travel at the same time? Sounds like a dream. All I was thinking about up north was music, walking around the worksite, air drumming. That's all I was thinking about at the time, hey. And came back and started playing, and straight away it was just go straight into it. Moved down to Margs and moved into a house. Perfect person to move in with straight off the bat. Had some crazy times in that house. Insane music went down there. Oh, what was the question again?
Travelling around Europe last year was such an integral part in the birthing of Blue Child for me. My role as a musician. Blue Child started on the road, and on some level I understood that was my purpose and what I wanted to do.
My friends who love music, you know the world introduced me to them, 'cause they wanna help me use it to teach us all the lessons we missed while we were being brainwashed. You know there's truth below the waves that man makes with his bloody fists. No, I made it my mission to think with my own mind.
So I was so happy to do that, man. I was working up north before, you know, like sweating balls every day in the hot sun, saving up money to just come back and chill in Margaret. It was epic. I forgot the question.
A step away from a conventional, safe life within society is a bit scary, but it's necessary. And once you make it and center your whole life around that purpose and that way of life, then all of a sudden so many more opportunities manifest for you, and it becomes easier and easier. It snowballs. So here we are in Corsica with 3 months, thanks to our excellent hosts Danny and Chris and Scarlett, to play and write and explore and record. We've got a couple of days recording up in the studio in the mountains with JB a little later on in the trip. And thanks to Chris, our manager, we have a whole bunch of gigs to play while we're here over the course of the 3 months. So get to spread our music to an international crowd, which is really special. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, really excited to see how this adventure goes and what comes of it, and where it may lead us. So enjoy. This is the story of our musical journey in Corsica.
I'm up in the clouds, and I know now that I'm in the right place at the right time. Yeah, it's showing me how life gets better if we do allow. Yes, I'm gonna build me a house in the mountains. Untouched by humans, I see its wild beauty.
In playing my music, the most important thing that I've learned in making that happen is flow. You have to let it flow. Be it when an idea comes to you, you write it down, or when a tune comes to you, you whistle it, you play it, you express it in some way, shape or form, you know, like, because then you're solidifying that idea, that inspiration. With each song I write, I learn more about the world. Each of my songs is kind of like my thought processes. A lot of songs I write with the purpose of figuring something out for myself, and then what is left is a gift that I can give to other people to hopefully help them understand the same kind of concept, if it is right for them, if it helps them. It's always writing for myself, and I can look back at songs and they're a moment in time. So
you can see people's physical reactions. They come up and want to express their gratitude, or just tell you how much they enjoyed it and how good it was. And it only takes a few words. It's all about the effort, and the message is there. You can see it in their faces. It made the connection. You feel like, okay, this is my thing, this is what I do, this is the gift I'm given, I'm laying it out there, and every gig I play, it's always going to be different depending on my physical or mental situation, but I always give it the best I can at the time, and I think that comes across. People a lot of time receive it.
Songs are living, breathing things, and they grow and evolve with as you do. Sometimes you write words and you're not really sure where they come from, but you let it flow anyway, and it comes out, and it's there for a reason. It's come from some part of you, and I think also it's come from higher source, and no song is complete until it's recorded, and even then it can continue to grow and evolve, but that is a perfect snapshot of that moment in time.
When you play with a different bunch of instruments and musicians, and you're connecting all on this level and creating something in the moment that's so special, and you're sort of reading each other's minds almost. It's the craziest thing, and that's really cool, and there's no pressure as well. It's just fun.
No, no.
going there. Keep going there. Just keep it running. I bought you a $10 dinner. You said thanks for the snack. I gave you 7 children and now you wanna give them back. Everybody wanna know why I sing the blues. Well, I've done been around a long time, yeah. Yeah, I really paid my dues. Well, I stood in a line down the county hall. I heard a man say you're gonna build some new apartment for you. Everybody wanna know why I sing the blues. I've done been around a long time. Yeah, I really paid my dues. Yeah, that's basically it.
I know I'm not the only one who's begun to see the universe as one whole song. We all sing out in unison.
Yes, I'm gonna build myself a walls in the night.
As a human race, existing on this planet and realising that each and every one of us need to create utopia, which is so immensely important and essential and necessary if we're going to be able to coexist naturally and harmoniously with the world and move forward as a human race. I think it really falls in the same vein as our relationship with nature, our environment, the earth as a whole. Animals are just another part that make up this world. The way we treat them, the respect we have for animals is reflective of our respect for the world as a whole. I think if we all went out and slaughtered our own food, then there'd be a hell of a lot less meat eaters in the world. I think if you looked into a dog's eyes for 10 seconds, honestly and purely, I don't think anyone could bring themselves to slaughter it. I think at this moment in time, we're really abusing our relationship with animals because they are as much a part of this world as we are, and we really need to honour that. Because in honouring that, we honour our own place in this world and make it a better place for that. As soon as we start respecting animals in the way we should, just as we should be respecting the environment on a whole nother level, the world will be a far better place for it. And we'll be more able to move forward into a sustainable way of life and a harmonious way of life. They can teach us so much. Animals are the cause of such happiness. Why we slaughter them, I don't understand that. But, yeah. Beautiful, we have a lot to learn from animals. How they exist in this world, man. How they simply be. They don't approach situations with heaps of things going on in their head all the time, like all this context that makes you see like this. It's simple, it's straightforward, they simply are. We have a lot to learn from them.
As do the most of us, honey, I like to boast that sweetness innocent, and you certainly don't.
Just want to get one more shot. Come on. It's alright, mate. Come on out. Okay, we're not gonna hurt you. Just let me get one more shot. And then you can be on your way.
That's cool. There you go.
Come on, buddy.
He's
That's
going
it.
for it.
Hey, matey. How you doing? Thank you so much.
That's cool.
Oh, perfect, mate.
There you go. He's coming for me.
I could if I
It
heard it.
goes A minor, D minor, C minor 7, F 7,
A minor, D minor, C minor 7.
A minor, no, sorry, B flat minor 7,
B flat minor 7.
yeah, A 7,
A7.
yeah, and the next bar, no,
Nah, because that's. Yeah, because that's E flat, man. So I gotta transpose everything.
yourself but others, cause there's only ever love beneath the color of your skin or the clothes we're living in. Hope one day we learn the way we have been is just destructive, and we must get back our lands, our lives and tribes in the end. Blend into one in the setting sun, yeah. For sometimes, while living in the sunshine, we find a soul who's here to guide us. It's our choice to learn from those who...
I had always infected cuts from surfing up north, so it was boiling hot and I couldn't go in the water, and it was devastating. There was all this beautiful new water, and we'll go to the mountains where there's these insane rivers, and I couldn't go in the water for like 2 to 3 weeks. It made me realize how important the skateboarding and surfing is for mental health, man. It's really important for people to have something they can escape with, nothing to get their mind totally away from all that drama and just focused in on the now. People go crazy. I don't know how people don't have some form of an escape, but without it, I go mental. Everything just goes inwards. It's insane. Yeah, skating and surfing is very, very important for mental health, for me especially, but for everyone who does it, they'll know what I'm talking about. It's such a beautiful thing.
I have quite a deep connection with my instruments because they all each have their own persona, their own character, their own song, and yeah, that's why I love looking after my instruments and really giving them some soul and some life, because with every note you play, an instrument will take that on, like it resonates through the whole instrument, and it's beautiful because you can see the effect it has. You see a guitar that someone plays every day and loves and puts a lot of time and energy and love into, then you notice it when you pick it up and play it. You can feel it and you can hear it. You listen to my music through this, and it's beautiful. You develop such a connection with your instrument when you play.
The sky changing color, you were changing form, while the people that did love you here have come to mourn. Take your time, but remember in your mind that with every sunset you see a moon rise up.
I feel in many ways freed today because we've just spent the whole day at the river exploring, clearing out so much and really getting grounded again and back in tune with nature and this land, this place we are in the world.
Our bungalow, baby. Now I know you know I'm crazy and I love to dream, but there's no harm in living the life you love, so won't you live it here with me? And if I ever lose my humor, well, I hope you will push me in the water and that we'd make it underneath the waves of creation. Our bungalow, baby. Oh, our bungalow, baby. Oh, our bungalow, baby.
White ball on the blue floats, softly breathing and needing only one note. A bottle with memories forgotten. Voyagers home now with tidings on the tide. White boat, lifeboat, climb up for a real show. Travel over oceans, onto islands and volcanoes and clouds. Now relax and drift into the sound of wax on the deck melting out. The portholes to candles abound on the surface for sailors to purchase with gold. From a journey that's turning for home, and lanterns that are only for a show, but yearn for a real way to glow in the night, and replenish our side as we roll, 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 roll. Sunset, another day must let go now to allow a greater one to happen. The rudder, you feel it shake and shudder. Send love to all your mothers and set out now to discover the clouds. Now relax and drift into the sound of wax on the deck melting out. The portholes to candles abound on the surface for sailors to purchase with gold. From a journey that's turning for home, and lanterns that are only for show, but yearn for a real way to glow in the night and replenish our side as we roll, 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 roll. I just want to connect and bring people together, because we're all here, right here at one together. This is it here, right now. We're alive at a pivotal moment in the history of the human race, and so many of us understand what is happening.
Someday the summer's gonna see me on both sides of the world. I'm the sun, so Santa man. Yeah, I'm the sun, so Santa man. Hey, yeah. Dreaming about rivers running through the mountains and the moon up above. The stars will jam around the fire. No one witnessing my life as it begins to take the form I want. It grows with every word I do right here. It feels like all the people are so real. It restores my faith and I breathe in humanity. And that's why I come to the conclusion that someone's gonna see me with the place to lay my head to rest. In the sea that so heals my body. And I know I'm not the only one who's a man of the sun. Someday the summer's gonna see me on both sides of the world. I'm the sun, so Santa man. Yeah, I'm the sun, so Santa man.
The earth doesn't need us, we need the earth, and as blue children we need to start treating our mother with the respect that she commands and deserves. For this to happen, we have to find our purpose in the world, and my purpose is to write and play music and put good energy out there that uplifts and enlightens the world and contributes to raising the Earth's vibration in unlimited ways. And if we all find our purpose and direction in life and do it to the best of our ability with love and compassion and truthfulness and laughter and happiness, then we can only move forward as a human race and really find our sense of unity as blue children.
Yeah, my son's so sad. Wanna see terracotta roofs in the morning while the sun comes up behind the castle on the point. You know there's not many things that I could want more than to surround myself with the water and sunshine. Oh, you know they say that money comes to those that focus on things they love. Without stress there comes progress. And that's why I come to the conclusion the summer's gonna see.
It's a record I have a lot of belief in. It really has the message, and that feeling is there.
I'm not a person who overly listens to lyrics. I read a piece of poetry and get moved, but when it comes to music, it's the actual music which paints the emotion for me. The message that's in a lot of the songs and what we're putting forward is a really valid one, and I strongly believe in people getting along and looking after each other. And I really believe in looking after this planet as much as we can. I, like most, could do a lot better. I see it as a way of taking that warmth of this is something that we can share, something you can do, and it's more an example of stuff that people can do in their lives. The words that go with it about living the ocean life, appreciating the mountains, everything like that, it's something I kind of in a way take for granted. Who we take the message to and who listens to it is always a different thing. And playing music is really difficult because you're in hotels, you're in places where people are drinking, trying to let go of all the stuff that they're hanging on to. And the same token, you're there trying to say, let go of all the stuff.
I love the most. on the coast I love the most.
Blue's finest Scotch whiskey. You want it? I'm going to the bakery. Yoo! Just been in the bakery. We're going in the studio to pick up all the songs and I'm frothing. It's gonna be good. Good day trek up in the mountains. Maybe we'll see if we can get the guys up the mountain while we're there. Go for a little wander, aka 8-hour hike. I'm so keen to hear what we've created because it's something that's really been birthed while we've been here. And it's good because it's a reflection of the surroundings and the environment that we recorded in, and I'm very keen to hear that. We've really ventured outside of what we've done on the last record and explored new territory, but it's a constant flow, and I'm stoked to have been able to get some stuff down while we've been here. That was a big goal last year, to get down some music that we created while we were in Corsica. So I just planned it, put it out there to the universe, and we made it happen.
Oh brother, walk and we walk and we walk. Oh Father, talk to me, talk. Earth Mother, what can we do for you? Sing for each other and sail where you want to.
JB, yeah, a smart guy. Knows his stuff. The sounds that he was getting in that studio and the way it's constructed, and beautiful little old stone cottage, but perfectly acoustic inside.
Recording shows the essence of where you're at, of yourself, of your song. And so coming in here to such a beautiful place, because the environment has a huge impact on the sound. So to come to such a beautiful part of the world and record some songs that have really been found here, even though they weren't written here, we really found them together here. It's been great, and I've learnt so much, and I always do from recording. So it was really exciting. It was great to work with the guys in a different environment as opposed to the last record, which was a completely different studio. It was really, really good to come here and record some music in a space that was built from rocks up on the mountain.
Et ça a été très intéressant parce que on n'est pas habitué à faire de la musique avec un langage différent et avec des musiciens qui sont jeunes et talentueux. Et donc on a essayé d'apporter l'expérience du studio et surtout l'atmosphère. On a essayé de créer au studio ici pour pouvoir faire de la musique.
To work with JB has been fantastic. He's such a master, a very, very hard worker, and shows how much work you can put into something if you really want to and really love it, which is inspiring for me because it's incredible the amount of energy that we can put into a project.
And he just has the feeling, he knows how to create music or get something, and he's so straight up, like bang, there's this, and just said exactly what he thought, no holds barred, which was good because I saw exactly what he was talking about. He hears the things that aren't overproduced. That was really good because I'm not a great fan of overproduced things, and I like to, you know, the little bit of grittiness, the little bit of life that comes through in recordings that make them real.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
real good little harmonic vibration there.
Not wrong, eh? Finding that connection and the right person to capture your music and channel what you're putting into your music, all that emotion, all that feeling, all that purpose that you're putting into your music, all the context, everything that is you. For someone to take that and then express their idea of it.
Despite the cold, I can control my emotions when I open to the overflow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
When you record, the producer becomes a part of the band. They are the speaker system that the world hears you through. They channel your sound. To give up something so personal as a song and surrendering to a producer is pretty different. You want to make sure that you got the right guy. And I'm stoked because I think that we have. It's been fascinating to see his take on our music, because you can hear, especially in one of the songs, that Corsican influence, and that is the beauty in working with different people. That is the beauty in collaboration. I've learnt to pay a lot more attention to the feeling in the song. I already understood that whilst a song can be perfectly right musically, that the energy and feel of the song is penultimate, but JB really showed that to me in a different light. He's got an ear for it, and so he helped me tune my ear to hearing that little bit of magic in music, which is what we all strive for. Recording is always an absolutely fascinating experience and a perfect reflection of where you're at, both musically and personally, and that is very relevant to both yourself and you as a group, regardless of who you may be with.
For each other and say we want to.
Not getting along with your bandmates it can't happen. You make music together. You can hear in the recordings, I think, in some of the tracks, we're not flowing properly. There's no levelness. It's sort of like Dan had all these songs and we had to learn them, Lindsay and I. Oh, that was shit.
My water bones lead my soul out into the ocean where I find my home. Despite the cold, I can control all my emotions when I'm open to the overflow. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So then we sort of like, why are we doing this? And that's when the whole message thing comes in as well. We are very spiritual people. Waddy obviously more than us, I'd say. Different people's minds work in different ways.
They're the perfect notes.
It's nice.
They're the perfect notes. They're the perfect notes. That's it.
We all see things differently. Coming on common grounds together, it's pretty difficult because some people believe in things a lot and others don't at all, you know, so it gets pretty pretty hard sometimes.
On a essayé de créer au studio ici pour pouvoir faire de la musique et créer de belles choses. Je pense qu'on y est arrivé parce qu'on a quand même 3 bons titres et le groupe est vraiment intéressant et je pense que nous devons continuer à collaborer pour créer, aller plus au fond des choses.
I'm starting to feel your even though you're made out of wood and weatherboard. It's a simple life and all you want to keep yourself together. So I'll sit down with you, friend, one last weather.
Here we are. It's August 10th and it's raining and it's awesome, and it hasn't rained since we were driving back from the studio, and it's beautiful. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's really good, and the boys have a week left and we've got a couple more gigs. Hopefully finish off on a high note.
It's quite different. I suppose there was expectations from the pictures painted by people's words of what was going to be here and what it was like. So I guess I hadn't really studied it that much, so it's all a bit of a surprise to me.
There's been times where I've thought, why did I come here? I didn't really expect much. I sort of just went, I'm just going to go and see what happens. I didn't think into it too much. Actually, I just sort of was like, yep, we're in a band, we're making music together, sweet, let's go to Corsica and do this thing. It has been hectic. It has been so hectic. Man, straight from the start, rocking up was a pretty scary thing. I'm not a very confident person at all. I was so nervous about playing in a new place with new people who have a different culture, you know. Their music is so insane and it's so different to ours. It's like, how are these guys gonna take it? I know what he thinks I haven't been committed to this band. But I actually have done nothing but this band. That's all the drumming that I've done, is learning all of his songs. That's it. After being here for so long now, there's been multiple run-ins, I guess. A lot of drama around where we've been living, like people not getting on well, egos clashing, and so many things, man. It's just crazy, all these confrontations and stuff, and being away from home and how it can affect you, and it's so confronting. I've never done anything like it. You've got no security around you, so you can't go to your friends and be like, I feel pretty shit about myself today. I felt really isolated in that sense. Had no one to really talk to.
This summer has shown me how aware you must be in every moment. Don't label things, don't think of other things, like be here right now and observe and understand what is going on, especially between you and other people.
Having a problem with someone, I think it's important to look at it through their eyes and then look at it through yours to get as many perspectives as you can. I try to be a good person, pretty much at the end of the day. I just try to be good as best as I can and try to make people happy in some way.
I absolutely understand both the boys on such a deeper level now. On such a deep level that I also understand that at this moment in time, Maddie shouldn't be playing drums. He should for enjoyment, and I want to with him for enjoyment. For him to try to do that at this moment in time would turn music into a chore, and it has, and it's made him feel trapped. He's a beautiful soul, and he's said to me a number of times that he'd love to work with disabled kids, teaching and playing music, and that is him. He loves teaching people and helping people and sharing love and laughter.
There's not enough time in this lifetime to get to know oneself. There's maybe enough time for music, but not to know oneself. That was kind of quite a insightful thing, and it made me think about it a little bit more, about getting to know myself. A purpose? I think I can only say that emotionally that's where I'm at.
I think that just worked out right, because I know that he was itching to get home towards the end of it. You can see it, be it him missing the sun, Tomo. Lindsay is a master. He has great ideas. Musically, I've learnt a lot from him, and I so love playing with him. He's in the moment, his emotion, And so the last 10 months with the boys have been so worth it. If someone was to ask me, do you regret wasting time? I'd say, what do you mean wasting time? I've learnt so much from both of them. But you know what it tells me? It tells me that I need to keep playing my music and doing my thing. Yeah, everything happens perfectly. It honestly does.
While all the people that did love you here have come to mourn. Take your time, but remember in your mind that with every sunset you see a new moon rise. is up.
It's changed a little bit. Like, I don't run home and go play drums anymore, but I guess I enjoy drums more so playing with people and creating something.
I've made a really good bunch of friends. The crew that we've had here, and Scarlett and Chris, and all the Aussies and everybody else who's come and stayed here. It's nice to feel that friendship from people.
From this trip, I've really learned to be more independent, and so independence is something I really got to work on when I get back. But when I get home, I actually want to start playing some guitar and getting singing lessons and drumming more for different people, you know, instead of committing to one band, which I have been. Getting out there more and learning more from different people and playing different things. Music means a lot to me, and I'd like to start creating my own stuff. At the end of the day, I've made beautiful friends, and I've learned a lot. So many things about myself and how things are going in life and where I want them to go.
Oh, I feel change in the air. I feel change in the air. Oh, 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 hey, hey, hey,
J'ai rencontré Daniel, qui est quand même le chanteur, compositeur et guitariste du groupe. Et les choses se sont passées de la meilleure des façons. C'est un garçon jeune, talentueux et surtout travailleur. Donc je pense que nous allons continuer à collaborer pour essayer de, même si la distance est longue, de créer un truc multiculturel.
Like it all makes sense. Yeah, I have to play my own, man. I have my song. I have my song, and the universe is telling me that I have to sing it, and I intend to. It was a very difficult thing to do, coming to Corsica. It was an exciting thing. It brought with it so many opportunities. So many incredible opportunities right there for us. And you know, that getting here was just the start. But I realised also over the course of this summer that sometimes you're not travelling on the same track as other people.
This pearl in my pocket is a gift to us, so it's incredible how we all try to lock it up. And I'm of the plain view, we should use our minds.
There's so much to do in the small amount of time that we have here, and you really realise that once you find your purpose and what you love doing and your passion, because you want to do it all the time, and there's not enough minutes in the day sometimes.
Working with people with disabilities popped into my head. It's so insane seeing what people have to overcome in life. Oh, it's crazy. People like that need help, and I'd want to help in my life. I want to make someone's life better or do something that has some positive spin on it. Like, you change someone's day, you know. I want to have a job where I wake up in the morning and I'm stoked to go to work because I'm making a difference. And I think that's the ticket for me, especially.
I have an awareness for the scope of what could happen in my life, and all I have to do is act on it. And one of the ways I act on it is I write, I play every day, and I love it. It's feeding your soul, it's benefiting you, and hence the world. And part of that is creating a life in which you can do what you love. You have to keep balance in your life, and that's another thing I've learned this summer. Yes, really strive to be a shining light in other people's lives, especially if you truly care about them and love them. And at the same time, fill up your own cup. Every relationship in our lives, however fleeting, is absolutely immense in the scope of the universe. But all you can do is give love to everyone you encounter. All goes around. It's limitless.
I think if everyone just tries to be a good person, the world would be such a better place. And everyone is equal at the end of the day, so you can't judge people, you know, stay level.
Because that was one of the main reasons I brought the three of us on tour this summer, because I wanted us to connect and really understand each other and see the world from each other's perspective. And I haven't been able to do that as good as I could, I think, but I really tried to.
So I'm alone, I'm alone, so I'm alone, I'm alone, so hope I'm no alone, I'm no.
Everything that's happened in my life has built up to what I am here and now today in this moment. And I wouldn't be the man I am without all the good and bad things that have happened. I feel so lucky and so obliged to make the absolute most of every single one, because that's what I'm here to do and I understand it, so why wouldn't I act on it? I have found what I love doing and my purpose in this world, so everything in my world is centered around that. That is the purpose, to enjoy and manifest love in every action as you progress and evolve. I've got a guitar in my hands right now. Every moment of every day, you live it. It's not a chore. You love doing it. You would rather do it than something else. You have other loves in your life, but it is a life. You live it. It is my purpose for being here and making music. Freedom is something that we all deserve. It's our right to honour that knowledge, to really say, I want to be free, I want to live a free life, I want to have the freedom to do what I want, what I choose, love who I choose, go where I choose. You can't deny something else that's freedom.
My water bones lead my soul out into the ocean where I find my home. Despite the cold, I can control all my emotions when I open to the overflow. My water bones lead my soul out into the ocean where I find my home. Despite the cold, I can control all my emotions when I open to the overflow.